Hello everyone. So today we'll talk about Henry. So Henry was a very studious student, okay? So he was like he always tops his class and he was very studious. Everyone came to him for all the questions and uh, he easily solves it. And this I'm talking about before 2019 when there was no AI evolution. So Henry was a very, intelligent student. Then what happened after the AI came? He became very dependent on AI. He just used to do his everyday tasks with AI, like doing his homework with AI and using ChatGPT, Claude, these kind of things. And he was like, oh yeah, it really makes me productive and I'm using it in a right way. And he was very happy, but over the time he observed that his uh, cognitive ability has gone down when he was sitting in some college interviews. And when someone asked him to give write an essay, someone asked him to give an answer to solve a problem which was and which he was easily able to solve in previously. So why does that happen? You like you can say someone can say that, oh, Henry may not have given full focus to his studies. Henry was very lazy, and Henry was just putting his mind in all other things. But the real reason is different. Let me tell you the real reason. The real reason is AI here. Okay, artificial intelligence, which I'm talking about. So AI is being made to support humans, but what what the studies have found that AI is making us dumber day by day. Now how is how is AI making us dumber day by day? Let me start then. Okay, so there was a study in MIT in 2025. So what they have done is they have taken around 54 students from universities across Boston, wired them up with EEG headsets. Uh, if you don't know what is a EEG headset, let me tell you, these are the devices that measure real-time brain activity across 32 regions of brain and it basically analyze your brain signals, and then you can see in the form of electrical signals how is your brain is functioning, which part of brain is getting used while doing a task. So what they did is they gave a task to these 54 students that write an essay, and they divided them in two groups. First group is the they told them that you can use ChatGPT, you can use Claude, anything you want to use. Second group, they told that use your brains, okay, do it by yourself, and they gave them some time. Now, what what after the test has been performed and they wrote the essays, and what these scientists found is that the students who were using AI, ChatGPT for their tasks, they have used very less of their cognitive ability and memory, and the ones which has used their own brain, okay, like they have uh, put it their own reasoning and own analytics behind their essay. They were seen more active in the brain. There is more activity in the cognitive region of the brain. They were seen more analytic. So what scientists did is they again told those students who have written with ChatGPT that again write the essay but on your own. And what they observed is very shocking. So what they observed is that these students are not able to use their cognitive capacity as much as they like on a on like a minimal level also. Like they were so they have gone like blank, and they were not they were very slow with their approach. And this kind of revealed that AI not only reduces your cognitive ability for a amount of time, it can deprecate your thinking ability over time if you do not use it efficiently. Now, why does it happen? Why does it happen? So this thing is called as cognitive offloading. Now, what is cognitive offloading? So when you had a mental task, when you had a mental task and give it to an external system, let's say you give it to a friend, you become very carefree, right? Like, let's say, whether that's a calculator, a GPS, or an AI, your brain stops practicing that skill. It literally reduces the neural effort it needs to put in, because from your brain's perspective, you're like, why bother? Someone else is handling it, so why should I do it? Think of it like this. Imagine you hired a personal trainer, but instead of coaching you, they just did all the reps for you. Every squat, every push up, they do it. You just watch. Would you get stronger? Obviously not. So your brain works the same way. You should lose it or lose it. It's not just a quote which I'm quoting, but it's actually how your neurons actually functions. And these effects don't stop when you close these apps. What International AI Safety Report 2026 highlighted a study where doctors used AI assistants to detect tumors. So this was very helpful. This was like a very revolutionary thing, that it was quite accurate. The it was taking very less time than previously. But after just 3 months of working with alongside with AI, when those same doctors had to diagnose without AI assistance, their accuracy dropped by 6%. So you see how this is affecting your brain not only while you are using it, because you may argue that, okay, I'm just using it for now, it won't affect my brain in any way. When I just leave it, I can go back, switch back to my old self, right? But that does not happen. So that will be a shock for you. Now, what Henry here is thinking like, he's in shock, like, why I'm not able to do these things, these kind of things. These were very easy in the past for me. I was like, write it in 10 minutes. Why is it now I'm going blank? I don't have any new ideas, and why is it going like this? That is because of cognitive offloading, which I just explained to you guys, right? Now, there's something else that MIT study found that's harder to measure, but maybe more important. These kind of AI agents, Claude and like by Anthropic, then ChatGPT by OpenAI, and these kind of models. These they also reported that it reduces the sense of ownership over their work. So the people who have written their essays using ChatGPT, these kind of models, they didn't feel like it was their work. Okay, so they weren't like, I think so. They most of us felt that this was not done by us, so they were not able to remember even the key points what they have written in their essays. So this is not because the problems got harder, but because we stopped letting ourselves struggle with them. Struggle is uncomfortable. AI removes the discomfort instantly, but that discomfort, that was the growth which you never observed. But the real question is AI the villain here? Is AI the villain? Can you say like, oh, this AI is like the villain of my life. It's deprecating my brain. I should just stop using it. It's not that. So my fair take is, before you throw your laptop out of the window, let's see. The same MIT study found that ChatGPT group completed their task significantly faster. AI is genuinely powerful for productivity. And interestingly, the obviously the people who were using their own brain, they were actually slow. So what does this tells us? That we should not be completely dependent on what AI is giving us, the results which AI is giving, but we should actually use our brain, right? We should use this brain which God has given us. So what do we need to do here? Okay, so how can we use AI efficiently? That's what I mean. So whenever you are thinking about, you got to solve a problem. Okay, you go to ChatGPT, go to Claude, and just give your prompts. You have the results, copy paste. You do it that way, right? But that is not the way. That is the exact way why your cognitive ability is reducing. So what you have to do is, for example, let's say you have an essay on let's say the same topic, like why cognitive is your brain is getting affected by the use of AI. Let's say you have to write an essay on that. So what you will do, you go to ChatGPT, like give him the topic. This is my topic, I have to write an essay on it. Don't tell them that give me the essay. Just tell them that like have some arguments with me. First study about this, like what part of brain is is very involved in this kind of cognitive thinking, and has it really gone down. Go to Google, search about these sources, search about some docs, read it thoroughly, right? Then argue with AI. Argue it like as a friend. Just argue in the sense, not, you should not like throw a bomb at your AI. No, that's what not what I'm talking not what I'm talking about. You have to you know ask them that discuss with them as a friend. Like, for example, do you really think, why is it happening, what are the solutions, this, and give it a thorough read for half an hour. Then note it down, note down your key points, what you think, right? Note down your key points, give them the key points. Like, for example, the first key point here is like you should think, when you have a hard problem, you should think, you should just not give up on it. The second one is you should not be completely dependent on AI. So these kind of things, you give the key points, and then tell them that give me an essay, then revise the essay again, then again tell them, if it's not refined, refine it. So what it does is, it's not like AI completely didn't do it, and at the same time you feel the ownership of it, because now you know the reason behind it, right? You know that some hard work you have put in. So that's how you can do it. For example, if you're a coder, let's say you're doing a lead code problem, and it's so many let's say students, what they can do just to increase the numbers, they go to ChatGPT, go to Claude, they just put in the problem, have the solution, and submit on lead code to have their profile good. But that doesn't help in long term, right? That doesn't make their brain faster in any way. That doesn't strengthen their brain. So what they have to do, they have to first try with themselves, like, right? They will first try with themselves, like 3 time, 4 time, 5 time. If not happening, then take a hint from AI. Not happening, take a hint again. Not happening, then take a solution. Then have a discussion with them on time complexity, right? On memory, on why is it optimized now, why it is not optimized before, why my solution was not working, these kind of things. Okay, so this was the whole point. Okay, so it's very, I would say, scary also, because we are the first generation in history to have this instant access to intelligence that can think for us. That's extraordinary. But at the same time, it's also a trap, because the goal was never just to get answers faster. The goal was to become someone who think better, understand deeper, and grow smarter over time. AI can help you get there if you use it as a tool, but if you let it do the thinking, you are not using a tool. You are becoming dependent on one. And the scary part, your brain won't even warn you when it starts to happen. It will just quietly stop trying as well.